Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Modern Southern Belle. My name is Merissa and today you're watching part 2 of my fall clean and decorate videos. Today I'm going to be cleaning and decorating our living room. I hope this video gives you some inspiration for fall decor. I also hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe if you have yet to subscribe. That way you can see my future videos. Today I'm going to be starting this video off by showing you a couple of DIYs. The first one is this candle holder I have is brown. It doesn't really go with my decor, so I'm going to brighten it up with some chalk paint. I'm using the Belle chalk paint in the color Fluff. So I'm just going to get started on this and then we'll see how it turns out. I ended up putting 2 coats of paint on there just to make sure it was fully covered, and now I'm going to distress it by using a high grit sandpaper, which means it is finer, and it took quite a bit of pressure to get some of that paint off, and I did eventually switch over to a lower grit, which is more coarse, so it didn't take quite as much pressure to get some of that paint off of there. Okay, so I'm about to show you my second DIY project. It is a wreath that I bought last year. I can't remember where I got it from, and I did a DIY on it last year. I painted those blue pumpkins because I think they were like an orangey color and it just didn't go with the colors I was wanting. So now this year I'm going to remove those pine cones because they're just a little bit too rustic, and I'm going to replace them with some flowers that I bought from Michael's. Okay, so I'm going to start by clearing out the space and taking out anything that doesn't belong. And instead of cleaning the whole room and then decorating, I'm going to clean and decorate in sections. Here's our gallery wall with pictures made by Thea, and then my husband just turned 40, so I made up this sign using candy. If you want, you can pause the video to read it, but I think it turned out really cute. Now I'm going to just move those plastic containers out of the living room. Those are the ones that keep my fall decor in, and then I'm going to get the pillows straightened up on the couch.
Every time I'm down, yeah, you make me smile. You're the solution.
I'm using Mrs. Meyer's and the scent apple cider. It smells so good. I highly recommend it, especially if you want a fall scent while you're cleaning the house. Okay, so I'm moving on to the other side of the fireplace to clean this cabinet. This houses all of our cable equipment in there, and it is crazy how much dog hair ends up on the top of the surface. I can clean it one day and it seems to come right back the next day. So I'm going to go ahead and get this cleaned up. Now we made it over here to the mantle. I'm just taking all the pieces down. I'm going to wipe the top of the mantle and then put all the pieces back up. And then I'll move to the lower half by cleaning the surface of the hearth and cleaning out the actual fireplace.
Written down the words to say it is time. I've been waiting 5 days to explain how you make me feel inside.
Okay, I'm going to start by decorating this small table. I'm just using this large pumpkin that I've had for many years. I'm adding a little vase with some florals in it and then changing out this pillow. Now I'm moving on to the next table. I bought this picture frame from Tuesday morning and I wanted a fall themed picture to go in it, so I had some cardstock, so I just drew up my own picture, and then I'm just going to add this white pumpkin with a pretty gold stem. Okay, so here is the garland that I'm going to be putting on the mantle. I bought it from Michael's this year, and I just liked it because it was neutral and it had the pretty white flowers on there. And I'm just going to put it under the 2 end pieces because they're pretty heavy, so it'll hold the garland up there.
I shiver inside, doesn't show, but my nerves are inside out. It's because you're not worth less than perfection. Ooh, thought it was in my hands, now I'm all confused, turning gold into sand. Don't know what you do to me. All I know is you can take my breath away.
And I'm just going to add this wooden white pumpkin and then this small copper pumpkin. Now we're moving on to the fireplace, and to be honest, we have never actually made a fire in here before. The previous owners did, and so it was very blotchy and ashy, so I cleaned it up last year and then used a high heat paint to paint the inside. So for now, it's just a place for me to decorate, and I do hope to either get some doors to go on it one day or find a really pretty screen to put in front of it. Now I'm just adding the candle holder that I painted earlier in the video. I'm also going to add some pumpkins that I painted with the chalk paint, a little stem of berries, and then one of those flowers that I also used on the wreath. I'm also placing this nice comfy blanket and this wooden crate on the other side of the fireplace. And we actually use this blanket, so it comes in handy. I bought this pillow at TJ Maxx this year. It has gold beading on it and it is just so pretty. I moved over to this wall so I can take the happy birthday sign down and Thea's artwork. And once I get everything down, you can see it's a pretty bare wall. I've yet to find anything to put here. Whatever it is, it needs to make a statement because it is such a large wall. So if you have any ideas, please leave me a comment below and let me know what they are. Now I'm just hanging up the wreath that I added the flowers to earlier, and of course it wouldn't be one of my videos unless my little helper was in it. She really wanted to dust the door, and I have to give it to her. She has some pretty awesome cleaning techniques and she looks like quite the pro using that Swiffer duster.
Hey, why is it with me? I need my sword to get up the top.
You showed me with you I'll never ever breathe. I'll never ever.
Now I'm going to be sweeping up the floors. This area is really dirty from where the plastic containers were. So I'm going to get started sweeping this up. Don't mind my little helper. She must have injured her back dusting the door because she was walking around hunched over and trying to talk in an old man's voice saying, "I'm an old man." It was quite funny, but anyway, I hope no one takes offense to that. Also, I really wish I could sweep the floors this fast. That would be amazing.
So tell me your thoughts and then I'll tell you mine. We're too close to leave without trying, but this ain't the time for my heart to go soft and door eyes closing up. I'm sorry, but I can't be your honey. I know now. You showed me.
Now that I'm finished sweeping up the floor, I'm going to go ahead and vacuum the couch off. And I don't know if anyone else's dog is like this, but every time I turn this vacuum on, she has to come check it out and see what I'm doing. I'm about to add a white tray to the ottoman, which I pulled from the dining room table. And by the way, if you haven't seen my dining room refresh video, you should check it out because I got a new vintage table and the space looks amazing. Now I'm just adding a brass bird, a floral bouquet, and a small pumpkin to this tray. Here is a look at the space after it's all been decorated. I just love how it turned out, especially the mantle. I was able to keep all of the decor the same, except I just added the garland and 2 small pumpkins for a touch of fall. I think that the wreath turned out really nice, and I'm glad I was able to tie it in with the garland on the mantle by adding those white flowers to it. Thank you for watching part 2 of my fall clean and decorate videos. If you happen to miss part 1, I'll leave a link below. Check that one out. And then be looking out for part 3 because I'll be cleaning and decorating the kitchen and the dining room. I really hope you enjoyed this video and that it gave you some decorating ideas for fall. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like button. Also subscribe if you have yet to subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified of all my future uploads. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.